or nini. Where is it? Okay, Senator Mutinda blames the rising murders of young women on their obsession for money. Now, knowing very well that your second name is Bands.
Big money bands. Big money bands.
Talking about money. Just what's your thought on that? And even like just the current climate right now. Of course, everybody's hustling, but for her, she's saying, and even these, I think like for 2 days, people are on Twitter, like just, these are back and forth. Guys are like, oh no, I think girls are obsessed right now with money in Nairobi. And I mean, that's why they end up in those situations and everything. So, what's your take on that?
For the lack
Because
of
before we go to the femicide, of course, the rise of femicide and everything else that's surrounding that conversation, and even the march.
Okay, for the lack of like better terms, I'll call the topic of women loving money daft. I'll call it daft. The cases that they wanna call prostitution, they're less minimal. Like there's a big gap. Like I could tell you, like how many girls, to be honest, literally get killed on a daily? Underage girls, old women, dead corpse.
Yeah.
Men will violate anything that is a woman. I don't know what like the deal is, the animosity is, but I feel like it's crazy that men will rape women and like the first thing a woman is asked is, what were you wearing? Let's cut the BS. Hold these men accountable. Let people know who these men are. Like, it's crazy. Like, kids, 2-year kids get raped. Like, I don't want to go hard about it because I'm a woman.
No. It's a conversation that people have.
For
and
sure.
we have to figure out how we can just talk about it without, people getting like too bitter and emotional, that we can't have that discussion. Because if we're talking about like men are treating women like this, then we also need to figure out like, okay, why exactly are men actually doing this? Because I don't think it's just man. I mean, women have done me wrong so many times, but I've never thought to myself that, how people just wake up in the night, why they fuck all these bitches? I can't say that because I still have a mom, I still have a sister, have friends.
Yeah, our generation lacks accountability when it comes to men. I swear to God, people will violate women in different shapes, forms, colors, years, age. It doesn't matter, size. Like, men rape cops, female cops. Like, we've had several cases.
Women cops, like dead bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just a whole different story. I don't think
but
a
like,
normal
either
guy
way,
would do that.
It's sexual.
Because when you say men, it's like you're saying like, I'm a man too. Are you saying that's something that I would like during my free time? That's something I could be.
Listen,
there's a cops there.
Killing.
Yeah.
It's not every man that is killing, and it's not every man that is going out here hacking women and like.
But there's a certain rise right now of
Exactly,
where
it's
women,
too much,
and even online, because like I think the only unfortunate part is like even when something like that happens, like when you go to comment section, you see like people actually have no remorse. They don't feel anything. Some are laughing. Some would say like somebody deserves it.
Do you know why I've said like men will be onto anything as long as it's a female, contains a vagina and it's a female, they will violate it. When Starlet passed on, RIP to her, there was a video on TikTok that was posted about her, posting about, her degree, I think so.
Yeah.
So I was scrolling through because that was when the news had broke and I didn't know what was the cause of her death. So I scrolled through past her comments and then there was a comment written, huyu ndo amekufa, leo watu wa mochari watajibamba.
But now here's the thing also. You also have to understand, like, if you go on Twitter and TikTok, we have people who have extremes.
True.
And I think you see why most guys are always, not even just guys, like, let's say in general, like you'd hear a lot of men, or maybe a majority, or sometimes people would be quiet, but you'd hear men say, like, girls, just be careful when you go out there. Like, maybe I'd say, like, just try and dress appropriate. You know why guys say that? Because
But still,
no. I want to tell you. I want to explain on even behalf of other guys.
They do.
Because, like, as much as I'm a guy, I know men who are fucking lunatics out there. Like I know women say they know bad men, but I know people who are, like, let's say if even I walk in and I see them there, I have to bounce. Forget, like, that's a chick. Like, I'm a guy, I'd go and I'd be like, yo, no, I can't be here, because I know how their mind is framed.
How they operate.
Like, how they operate and everything. And that's why, like, even, let's say in common, do you have any friends who have been in abusive relationships?
For sure.
A lot, right? Okay, now I'll have a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Have they ever left those relationships?
They do, but, like, it takes them.
Yes.
It takes them a lot of effort and, like, mental growth and, like.
All the ones that I know, at least all the ones that I know who always get abused, they've never left. They are even now when we're talking about this, they're still there. Like, somebody would tell me, like, they get beaten up, and then I look at their picture, their video, I'm like, and you mean tell me somewhere in this world there's somebody who actually beats you up? And not just, like, proper beating, like black eyes, all those things. But they're still in those situations. But I'm just saying that to say that, like, as men in general, that's why for my case, let's say if I was to say anything in public, I would say, like, if I had a daughter, I know how I would advise her. I'd be like, yo, baby, if you're going here, just try and be careful, because I know how young boys think.
Yeah.
I know how certain old men think. Because you have to remember, at the end of the day, we are men. So we know exactly how men function.
True.
I can be sane.
If men,
but I know lunatics.
Yeah.
I know, you see, those people who post those comments, like on Twitter, like the guy who said, "Sile watu wa mochari watajibamba." That's an actual human being who has probably a family.
It's not a robot. It's not.
Yeah, it's not
a person.
And it's not someone who's a psycho ward or psych ward or anything. It's somebody who's walking in public.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that same person is supposed to board a matatu with your daughter. If your daughter, God forbid, is dressed inappropriately, and she's going to mingle with such people. Like,
she'll
just
fall in the wrong hands, because it's crazy, because you look at these situations, like most of sexual assaults, they are repeat cases.
Yeah.
So I was thinking Kenya needs to have, like, what do you call them, sex offenders list.
We can't have that.
Like
the government would never put that. You know why? Because here's the thing, and I'll always,
America does that.
That's America. This is a third world country. This is a third world country.
Oh, I'm talking them out.
Let's say, I think, did you post anything yesterday about, like, people should normalize like outing people who are as abusers or something?
No,
or it wasn't
like having. I wrote, like, we need to have accessible public sex offenders lists in Kenya. Because this is the thing, I actually think, Justice Como, the female, I actually think she introduced that last year. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, it's better so that these people live around kids.
That can't happen, You know why? We have so many things that it will touch on, because it also now will affect also how, because now we start going to the conversation of how about those cultures where in Northeastern mothers give, like, their 13-year-olds to old men to marry them.
Why not, like, protect, like, the
girls? No, because you know why? Because once we start saying that, there are cultures now in Kenya where like even forget cultures. Like
But
even if you
exactly,
go
it's
down to the
still
coast,
wrong.
you know, we
Yeah.
have mothers who breed their kids and take them to tourists, right? Like their kids, they send their kids to go and
Yeah.
sleep with
Yeah,
tourists,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
their kids bring money.
They
Kids
bring
who are
back
12,
money,
13, 14.
Yeah,
So do you think the government doesn't know that?
they do.
Okay.
But like,
So the government has known this for over probably 15, 20 years. Like
they're
Kenya is
not
known.
doing anything.
Kenya is known for sex tourism.
yeah,
But you forget about it's not just sex tourism. People who fly in from like those I won't say crazy countries, but like there's a squad of old white men who come from like Europe, and when they come to like the Kenyan coastal region, all they come for is children. The government knows that properly. So even forget even about like just we're talking about people coming from another country, and this is what they're coming for in Kenya. But the government just doesn't do anything. So you think a sexual offender at least will nini? Because they have to start with Northeastern. Those old men who are marrying to small children,
Yeah.
they have to be stopped. True. So do you think people want to have that discussion, first of all? Because
I
it's
feel like,
you know, even when it gets to like, even I think even Maasais do it, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
The cultural ones.
yeah,
I mean, so do you want to open that book?
it should be. Why not? No, why not?
Okay, now listen.
Tell me why not.
No, I'll explain.
Okay,
I always
so-
have like a question follow-up.
For
Do you
sure.
know any guy who has been accused or suspected to have sexually abused?
No,
No?
no, I don't do that.
No. You don't know of any?
I don't like me.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Even in public, someone that you know in public or anything?
Yeah. Okay. Like. Oh, I thought you were saying like around my friend crew.
No.
People I know.
No. You can't be walking
Oh,
around with
okay.
such people.
For sure.
You know
around
people
Yeah, for sure.
Online, any or anything. Okay, so like which person?
No, I don't want to name names.
Exactly, and that's why.
Yeah.
That conversation can never go
Oh,
anywhere.
okay.
Because even when we start with you and we're like, okay, so just give me a few names. Give me like 1, 2, 3 people. You see, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Sasa unataka
No. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not just about saying that this is what needs to be done. It ties down to so many other different things. Because that's why I'm saying, like, you know, it's somebody's brother who's doing this, someone that
For
you probably
sure.
know, someone's dad, someone's uncle. I mean, it's just, it's a tough topic to tackle and really know how to go about it.
And I feel so bad for these girls because no one deserves
Yep.
like sexual assault, murder, homicides. No.
Scarlett was my friend.
Yeah, I saw you post like
Yeah.
a throwback photo.
Yeah.
And
I've done like a couple of videos together and everything, but you know, I can just imagine, because even for me, if I was to think about it, I was like, yo, you know, there are so many things that go around such
and you
a
know what I
situation.
hate? Victim blaming.
No, I wouldn't do that, because that could
Victim
be anyone.
blaming.
It could be anyone.
Victim blaming.
Yeah.
Like these people will go for 2-year-old kids. What makes a 2-year-old is just existing, man.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
doing anything. They can't even talk.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's a very tough topic to get into, and once you start breaking it down, you'll find it like I've had podcasts before where I've brought even people who are in other children's home and stuff, and you know, there's some people who actually fly in also as well to come and just have sexual advances with kids who are in children's home, who are as young as 7, 8, 9 years old. But that's like a thing. Yeah. But I'm saying this to say that it's not that the government doesn't know. Because you're not the
Are
government.
you sure, like, they know, like, I feel like...
You're telling me
let
the
me
government...
not even...
It's like
trash.
saying that the government, you know, the way the government says, like, the government is busy arresting people smoking shisha, right? Yet we have cocaine in the streets. And we have cocaine. Yet we have heroin everywhere in the streets. You're like, yeah, you know what? You're like, yeah, good job, government.
And people who steal billions of money,
Yeah.
who are known publicly,
Yeah.
and they're still serving in our government.
Like
And
who?
nothing
Like who?
I don't want to say too much.
Exactly.
I don't want to say too much.
But you see what I'm saying? There's some certain things you just hope and pray for the best. Because like for me, if I know you as my friend,
Yeah.
if you tell me like, yo, by the way, I'm going to this gig and then I feel like the gig is a bit fishy, I'll be like, okay, if you go there,
Yeah.
it's the same way I tell you, if you're going to Ngongrescos, watch out for your phone calls.
For sure.
Right? You see, so it's not in a bad way. I'm not saying
But like,
I'm not saying Rescos is a bad place.
Yeah,
Cause
watch out.
there's still polo that happens there.
True.
But during polo events, do you ever hear anyone's phone getting stolen?
No.
Yeah, but in other scenarios where some certain groups of people, when they come through, phones are gonna be stolen, people are gonna be beaten up, rape might happen, all those things. So I mean, and it's kind of standard. Like when this certain event is happening, incidents will happen. Yeah. Polo event, nobody's touching anything.
Exactly.
You leave your phone there.
Mind you, people are still getting drunk.
Yes.
People are still showing up.
You make your content. I mean, nobody's gonna do anything to you.
Listen.
So if you had a small sister, do you have a small sister?
I have two younger sisters.
How young are they?
The last one is actually 10, turning 18 this year.
Turning what?
18.
18. Okay, so
Her
now
last born. We have 3 year
gaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so if she's going somewhere, you're an older sister. I'm sure you've been a parent like your whole life.
For sure, especially because I didn't have my mom around.
You even feel like you're more protective.
For sure.
So if she's wearing a certain kind of nini and she's saying, no, hold on. I haven't even finished and you're already like, no.
Yeah. We ain't doing
she's
that.
saying she's going to a house party. Okay, so now here's you. What's the first thing you tell her as a protective sister?
You're going to the party with us. Take it off, like change it. Wear something a little bit more decent. Okay, this is what I tell her.
Yeah.
Wear something that is appropriate for your age. That's what I tell her. Because I feel like
18-year-olds nowadays, they wear like tiny skirts and everything. So, I mean, what's appropriate for our age?
those 18-year-olds, not my 18-year-old.
Now you see. I'm always telling people, we can always be free spirits and free-minded until now. You're like, my sister. No. We're like, no.
But to be fair,
you can't tell her to wear what she wants. You'll tell her to wear what's... Because you know why? Because you also know there are crazy people out here. You know there are crazy people. Yeah, you already know. It's not even about her.
True.
You know there are crazy people out here.
True.
You'll find that guy on the Twitter comments. He's going to that same house party.
Mind you, like the crazy thing is that you can't do anything except like just talk to them.
You have to. But you also, that's why I'm saying you have to be like the cool sister who can be reasonable.
Exactly.
I know boys, but they trust me. Like even me, you tell her like, I like having a good time, but we don't want you to be in this situation. So just try and be smart. You try and be the cool sister who guides her.
For sure. Me, what I try and do is like try and like let her see things from like my perspective. Because I usually tell her like, sis, I've been where you at, I've been your age, like, usijali. Nikikwambia nisikize. And thank God, I really have like an easygoing sister. Like she listens. I think probably because we grew up being cool with each other, you know? Like I used to tell her about my boyfriends and everything. So like, she knows literally. By the way, my younger sister, I think she knows too much. And
you would want her to actually share the same, like if she's experiencing, you'd feel good like she's okay to come and tell you.
She does.
Yeah.
She does.
Because imagine if she told you like, today I kissed a boy. Like, what? But you did what? You think she'll ever come to you again?
These things, they happen to everyone.
Exactly.
You've done them, your mom's done them, your auntie's done them.
You kind of have to chill out and be like, even if you're upset, you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
right?
Maintain your cool.
So exactly, okay, so what happened next? But okay, I'll tell you, like, take it slow and just guide her.
Yeah.
Because you don't also want her to just now feel like, you know what, my sis is not cool anymore.
Yeah.
Let me go and seek guidance, like probably online. And also like now you being in the model industry and stuff, I also have to ask like, because we'll get back to the femicide, or maybe we can save that for another day. Because it's like once we start having that, it's too broad. We don't know where we're supposed to draw the line, what we're supposed to say, not to say.
Especially at this time.
Yeah.
Everything is so like, we're walking on eggshells. which is not a good thing. Because, like, the way you asked me, do you know any of these people?
Well, you give me 2 names.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, we are walking on eggshells. Mi sitaki kusema kitu alafu nianze kuambiwa. Nah.
What do you mean? You don't make it home or don't get to see next week. What? Because you know how this country operates.
I want to see my kids.
Exactly.
I want to see my kids, but anyways.
And I think it's just one of those things. I think the government knows exactly what's happening. If people are abusing people, the government knows. So if there's somebody who can stop it, it's somebody who's been appointed in that position, and that's their responsibility. They need to do that. They need to take care of that. Because for us, what are we supposed to do?
The women reps in the government, are you a minister, a governor, an MP, a women rep, a chief? If you have any position in society and you're not speaking up on the current state of affairs, you're failing women. You're failing the community as a whole, because, like, nurture women and your community grows. Now you keep on taking away. And at some point, pia nyinyi itakuwa a thing for you.
It might hit home. Yeah, someone you know. It will happen. Because we've seen it before.
Now you're trying to ask for help. Who's gonna come?
We've seen it before. People who are super wealthy. People are talking about road safety and everything, and then unfortunately find their kid dead because of just a road accident where we didn't have signs. Slow down.
And death is a thief.
Yeah.
Death is a thief, because you look at it like you don't know. Like, you don't know who can die. Like, you can't predict who can die.
I'm telling you, I saw that video for Starlet in the morning, and I saw that room full of just blood, and I was like, that's not possible. I was like, it can't be possible, because, like, I know this person. I don't think it couldn't be. Because even now you go back on your phone, you're like, let me just try and maybe call them.
Yeah.
But, like, you're seeing, like, the video, you're seeing the picture, you're like, that's her. And then now it starts sinking in, and then you're like, okay, you know what? Let me just accept, and also,
they're really gone.
They're gone. They're not there anymore.
I'm sorry, man.
And just like that, it's somebody who was she was full of life. And you see, like, even the brother was saying, like, in church, it's like the brother and everybody else is born again and everything, but her, she was like, she was like about the party life and everything. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but it's just one of those situations. You just never know.
I'm sorry to her.
Yeah, it was a sad situation.